Aloha, everybody. Maria Benardis here. Welcome. This is streaming on YouTube and Facebook. I'm so sorry about the last live episode one of Health Tips with me. Unfortunately, it did not stream on Facebook. So I do apologize that it didn't stream. Hopefully today it is streaming. It just had a bit of technical issue. So welcome to episode 2 of Health Tips with me. I'm going to cover some of the top health and wellness news that are hitting the press. And today we're discussing 9 ways to kickstart your health in 2025. And of course, at the end, if you have any questions, I've got my comments up on my screen. I will be answering those questions. Or if you like, in the interim, you can put your questions up there throughout the show. So again, I'm Maria Benardis. I'm a health and wellness coach. Thank you for watching this. Why do I do this? Because I was very, very sick in my 20s. And unfortunately, I've lost all my family to cancer. I did not want to be a cancer statistic. Went back to ancient Greece and basically studied everything on healing, vibration, and anything I could find my hands on to apply it to myself and heal I did. So I feel now that it is my duty and obligation to help people basically to heal. So if you've joined on Facebook or YouTube, please feel free to put a comment and just say hello and let me know where you're from. Now, before I launch into it, I just wanted to outline a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor or medical professional, and the information discussed is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medications, or have a medical condition, please consult with your physician first. So as I said, I'm very passionate about health. I do have formal qualifications in health and wellness and really have been doing this for over 15 years, not just in the last few years. And I'm sure I've got lots of people viewing this video and on Facebook that are really, really passionate on health and wellness like I am. So this is why I do what I do. Okay, so let's start with some news items that are making waves in the media. So I have 5 today that I wanted to cover. And the first one, which was really interesting to me, was titled Environmental Toxins and Poor Health Trends Threaten Fertility Worldwide. So this was a recent study published in Social Science and Medicine. And they're basically saying that infertility is becoming more prevalent, affecting millions of people worldwide. In women, infertility rates have reached 122.38 million cases in 2019, representing an 86% rise, which is really quite shocking. And, they outlined that the reason for this is environmental toxins, like endocrine disrupting chemicals, microplastics, which of course are found in our water and our food. EMFs is a big one, also significantly impact that. And of course, lifestyle and health factors such as, whether obesity, diet, stress, all of this contributes. And this is, the topic of today. We're going to cover some things that are going to help people in this situation, and they're going to be preventative measures for 2025, things that we could be doing to really boost our energy, boost our health, and make us healthy again. So some of the strategies they recommend, which is interesting, which ties in with what I'm going to say later on, includes minimizing toxic chemical exposure. So I'm reading from the report. Eating real, whole, organic foods, managing stress, maintaining a healthy weight, and reducing EMF exposure. So this is some of the stuff that the study outlined. Now, a second item that's really made the news that I wanted to cover is, when is the best time to take your vitamin supplements? Now, I have to tell you, this was not something I even thought about. But this is what it said. Water soluble vitamins are best taken with food during the daytime, while fat soluble vitamins need to be taken with meals containing healthy fats either in the day or evening. They then go on to say that minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc also have specific timing requirements. I did not know this. Calcium works best in divided doses, magnesium before bed, and zinc during daytime with food. And apparently, if you take them according to this formula, they will maximize the benefits in your body. And they also say fitness supplements like beta alanine, beetroot juice, and creatine require specific timing around workouts and meals to maximize their effectiveness for athletic performance and recovery. So there you have it. There is specific times to have those vitamins and minerals. Now, another really important headline that hit the press was the role of vitamin D deficiency in mental illness. So this is very interesting. They found that people that have mental illnesses and are stressed a lot and are anxious a lot are also, they found to be deficient in vitamin D. And of course, we can get our vitamin D from butter, or we can get it really simply for free by just going out there in the sun. And a lot of this, when they went into and studied the people, was because they were not getting enough sun. So that's very interesting. So again, get that sun exposure. Best time is sunrise because it's not as strong. And of course, sunset is also a very effective time to get that vitamin D. Now, the fourth item I wanted to cover was drinking beer alters the consumption of your red blood cells. Yes, you heard right. So, drinking beer, whether alcoholic or non alcoholic, alters the lipid composition of red blood cells, impacting their function and health. So, this is a study that was also published by Nutrients 2024 16 20 in brackets 3541 results. So, basically, this study has underscored the importance of diet in maintaining cellular health, particularly through avoidance of alcoholic beverages. Now, very important, if you're going to drink in moderation, because alcohol actually kills the cells. And this is why I keep saying in a lot of my videos, all disease resides in the cells. If you keep your cells happy and you eat foods that are going to nurture those cells, and you drink things that are going to nurture those cells, you're going to have healthy cells. There is a natural decline, and this is why I use a particular wearable technology that I wear every day. And what it does is it's constantly repairing, detoxing my cells, and really reproducing new healthy cells. And it's far more affordable than getting those stem cell injections, which cost you 10 to 15,000 a pop, and you have to keep taking them. So if you're interested in something like that, then you can just message me in Facebook. If you're watching this, you just message me in Facebook, or in the description of this video, I have my contact details there where you can get in contact with me. So again, it says the best way to prevent damage from alcohol is by not drinking it in the first place. So very interesting. We are going to delve into, some top tips for 2025 to maximize our health. So this comes up there as well. And the last item I wanted to cover is there was a great article by Bronwyn Thompson in New Atlas. What were the superfoods that made the headlines in 2024? Some of them were a bit of a surprise to me, but here are the top superfoods that made the headlines. Number one, nuts, because they help shield the brain from dementia, especially walnuts. I don't know if you know this, but a walnut, once it's out of the shell, looks like the brain, and it's actually really good for the brain and has lots of good omega fats. Fox nuts, which I've never had. So fox is in the fox nuts, a powerful broad spectrum health food. And for those that don't know, because I didn't know this, it comes, the kernels within the seeds of the Urali ferox flower is an aquatic plant that belongs to the water lily family. So the more time goes on, we're discovering all sorts of amazing stuff that's good for our health. Now, another thing that made the superfoods list in 2024, and this one you're going to think, oh my goodness, is super protein made from air. Yes, a lot of people don't know. We can actually harvest food from air, we can harvest electricity from air or ether, we can harvest water. I mean, this is mind blowing what we're all discovering now. So the protein is called solar foods from selene, and it is made by a secret single cell soil dwelling microbe that oxidizes hydrogen from energy. Isn't that amazing? So this is looking like it's going to be the protein of the future, and it has amazing, mineral nutrients, and really it takes less land than plants' protein production, with 1/5 of the carbon emissions, is what the article said. Now, what's the next one? Dark chocolate, and linked to diabetes in a good way. Now, also, I like to eat 2 pieces of high quality dark chocolate every day. Why? Because it gives me all the copper that I need in my body for the day. Honey helps probiotics reach the gut, so honey is very good. And of course, it was one of the major sweeteners that was used in ancient Greece for very many, many reasons. Strawberries can aid the body in silencing allergies, including food allergies. So, this is an interesting discovery. Strawberries for allergies, and why it made, the headlines for one of the superfoods in 2024. Now, another superfood that made the 2024 headlines was fruit keeps aging brains happy. So, researchers from the National University of Singapore looked into the data of 13,738 people over 20 years, so 2 decades, and found that those who ate 3 servings or more of fruit a day during midlife had an estimated 21% lower risk of developing depressive symptoms in years that follow. So they were the top superfoods that made the headlines from 2024. And I have to tell you, the protein from thin air was certainly a surprise to me. So now we are going to, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the comments, and I'll answer them at the end. Or if there's anything else you want to share, any surprises there, let me know. So now we're going to get into the main bulk of our discussion today, which is, we're here in the new year, and what are 9 ways that we can kickstart our health for 2025 to keep ourselves healthy, to keep ourselves energized, and to keep ourselves, happy and healthy, basically. So I'm going to go through my top 9 recommendations that I have. I'm sure there are going to be more. Please feel free to share them in the comments wherever you're watching, whether it's YouTube, Rumble, or Facebook, and just type them in there. Sharing is caring, and please share this video if you find it helpful, so that we can really help everybody with their health. So what are 9 ways to kickstart your health in 2025? So the first way I wanted to suggest, and it came through in all those updates earlier on, is really eating as much as possible wholesome food, low acidic food, however you want to call it, high vibrational food. All of those terms mean the same thing. So what do I mean by that? I mean as close as possible to God's nature. So if it's as close as possible to nature, and not made in a processing plant, okay? Because anything made in a processing plant has close to 0 or no vibrational frequency, and is usually on the acidic scale. So we want things that are going to nurture our brain. So we're looking also, as for good supplements such as our omega supplements such as spirulina, chia seeds, fruits and nuts, whole grain. So if we're going to have rice, let's go for brown, preferably not white, because anything white tends to have too much sugar or gluten if it's flour, and is tended to have been processed. So we want to keep to a minimum genetically modified foods, anything that has genetically modified ingredients, because what that also does is it releases toxins in the body and toxins in the cells. Um, so if you want to say hello, please feel free to say hello in the comments. Thank you for those watching. I do appreciate you. So we want to eliminate or reduce the number of processed foods that we're having. Now, also oils, not all oils are good. So olive oil is good, coconut oil is good. But did you know things like canola oil, cottonseed oil, soy oil, margarine, vegetable oils, corn oils actually increase inflammation in the body? And again, I covered inflammation last week. You may want to go back to that video and watch that. So we want to minimize coffee, sodas, alcohol, and we actually want to minimize things such as meat, fish, chicken. They're very acidic to the body. So again, it's all a matter of balancing. And I do have very good video on eating high vibrational food or ascension diet on this that goes into details. So you may want to have a look at that. And what I say to people is focus on counting the chemicals in your food, not the calories, because it's the chemicals that are causing people to put on weight. And, you know, a lot of these toxins are stored as fat in the body. So, you know, minimize deep fried foods as well, and microwave foods. Now, did you know that any food that you put in a microwave, basically all the vitamins and minerals are killed? So it's actually not adding any nutritional value. So let's try and have as much organic, certified organic fruit and vegetables as much as possible, and also other ingredients wherever we can afford. And, you know, a thing that I'd like to suggest is this includes considering eating out less and cooking at home, because when you cook at home, you know the ingredients you're using. Whereas when you're eating out, you don't know what oils they've used. You don't know where the ingredients came from. And we're trying to minimize all the pesticides and toxins in the food. So that's the number one thing that I would recommend as a health and wellness coach to be doing to kickstart 2025, making, you know, a few conscious eating decisions. The second one is our thoughts. A lot of people that I see, clients, most of the illnesses that they have developed in their body are from their thoughts, from their mind. So the second thing I wanted to suggest is very important to think high vibrational thoughts, or good or positive thoughts. It's all the same thing. And very important to maybe try doing an activity that brings you joy. Because when you're doing something that brings you joy and happiness, well, you can't help but think positive and good things. So please take that into consideration for 2025. So incorporate, you know, yoga, incorporate, I don't know, painting, whatever your hobby is. I'm finding now that I'm trying to do lots and lots and lots of activities. I've even started, you know, the practice of, you know, doing my vision board and visualizing. You know, connect spiritually with other people, meet up with a friend and have, you know, a cup of tea. So again, anything. And another thing that I like to do is charitable acts of kindness. I love to go out there and just to randomly do something good for someone else. And it just makes me feel so good. So what I'm asking people to do is do anything that makes you feel good. And you may have to put to the side certain friends. They're not are not contributing to your happy thoughts and high vibe thoughts. And then take some self-care. So take yourself to a massage, take yourself out to dinner, do some of the ancient Greek therapies, you know, that I discuss in my book, Cooking and Eating Wisdom for Better Health, such as, you know, color therapy, music therapy, light therapy, which is a big one that I practice every day to keep the doctor away. And they did it in ancient Greece. So let go of fear, let go of doubt, let go of anything that's really not you. So that would be my second recommendation. If we could just consciously be aware of what we're saying, what we're thinking, and then, catch ourselves and just, change that. So the next one, number three, that I wanted to recommend for 2025 is to drink more water. I find so many people, and I have to catch myself out as well, forget to hydrate their body. I don't know about you. Are you drinking enough water? Put it in the comments. I've had to catch myself out with this one here. So I'm looking at the moment when I purify my water and I structure my water, I'm adding a slice of lemon. I'm actually squeezing lemons and putting them in ice cube trays and then putting an ice cube, lemon ice cubes in my water. And that's actually spicing it up a little bit, and I'm drinking a lot more. So very important to purify your water, to get rid of, the toxins, the chemicals, and of course, fluoride. And I also structure my water. If you want to know what that is and how, email me and I'll send you a video. And remember, coffee and black tea do not count as water. They actually hydrate you more. So you have to double your intake of water for each cup. So what's my number 4 recommendation to kickstart 2025? And this applies for any year. All of this will apply to any year. Incorporate meditation and prayer. This is a very important one. And, we discussed earlier on having good thoughts. And as Aristotle said, happiness depends upon ourselves. How do we get that inner happiness? By prayer and meditation. So what's the difference between prayer and meditation? Prayer is the asking, and meditation is the receiving of the wisdom, of the guidance of what God wants us to do and how to do it. And the ancient Greeks were very big on prayer and meditation. And again, I cover all of this in my book, Cooking and Eating Wisdom for Better Health. And interesting, this is what Pythagoras said: learn to be silent. Let your mind listen and absorb. So very interesting. They did a lot of meditation and listening and standing still. Even the Bible says, be still and know that I'm God. They did a lot of that to receive guidance. I cannot emphasize how important this is, especially when we have a lot of issues, a lot of problems. I find the way that I resolve them is I ask God for solutions, and then I will either go down the beach or go for a walk or sit on my bed, put some music on, and just sit there and just ask God, I'm listening, I'm ready to receive your answers. So, as little as 10 minutes of meditation can make a huge difference, not only to the health of your body, but can also really just calm that mind, where there's just so much happening out there in the outer world that can really distract us. So I encourage you, number 4 is to really get into a program of prayer and meditation. Number 5, to kickstart 2025, remember to have some sort of an exercise or movement regime happening. So this is what Hippocrates said, and he was absolutely right. And this was written thousands of years ago. If we could give every individual the right amount of nourishment and exercise, not too little and not too much, we would have found the safest way to health. So amazing. He was so right. So we've already discussed the food at number 1. So now he's saying exercise. As little as half an hour a day can actually transform you. And it doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to go to the gym. It can be just a nice, light, brisk walk for half an hour. I love my walks, especially on the beach. I love to do yoga once a week, and I also love to do on Sundays aqua aerobics, because it doesn't put as much pressure on my knees, because I've had sort of injuries on my knees. So again, it's a great way to reduce your stress and lower your blood pressure as well. So there's many benefits of doing that. So what's the number 6 recommendation to kickstart 2025? So we've got 9, we're on number 6 now. And, and at the end of this, tell me if you have any that I haven't covered. I really had to shorten it because I don't want the show to go to 2 hours. So, number 6, I have focus on being present and your breath. How you breathe actually really matters. And we have been taught to breathe the wrong way. I know at yoga they're saying breathe in from the nose, exhale out from the mouth. Do you know that actually that is not the correct way to breathe, because we're opening our mouth, and as we're doing that exercise, we're allowing toxins to go in. We actually should keep our mouth closed. Breathe in, breathe out, as I just did. And challenge yourself to do it slowly and count to 3 and slowly out 1, 2, 3. I actually find it really good technique when I'm stressed. I just stop what I'm doing, what's stressing me, and I just breathe in and breathe out from the nose. Now, it's really interesting. Plutarch, an ancient Greek, wrote this: the whole life of a man is but a point in time. Let us enjoy it. So the ancient Greeks were very big on be present. So the past, that's why it's called the past, because it's actually past us. So they tried to focus not on the past, because that's gone, and they tried to focus on the present, which is a gift. That's why when you give someone a present, it's a gift present, because it is a gift. And then they tried not to focus too much on the future, other than use affirmations, because the future is never guaranteed and it can change at any moment in time based on your vibration and frequency. So if you focus on the present, you're always going to be at peace. You're always going to be centered. You're always going to be balanced. And there's nothing there at the present that's going to worry you, because you're either focusing on a beautiful flower, focusing on the walk, focusing on whatever it is at that moment, because that's the only thing we can really control in life. And that's what the ancient Greeks said. This is the only thing we can control. Now, number 7, so generous sleep and rest. So this is a very important one. A lot of people are not getting enough sleep and they're not getting enough rest. Rest also includes taking a little nap. Now, I have to tell you, there are some days where I do take 15, 20-minute naps. If my body says it needs it, I will just take it. So most people on average need 7 to 9 hours sleep a night. So allow your body to get the rest that it needs, because it's when you're resting that any illness that's going on in your body and any damage that's in your cells, that's when it's repairing. So if you're not resting and sleeping, you're not allowing your body to heal. And so I'm finding with some clients, they're very good at taking all the vitamins and doing everything else, but they're not resting. So they're not letting all that stuff that they're doing to actually help them repair their body. So everything needs time. And when does it happen? When we're sleeping. So what's number 8 on our 9 of 9 list? So the 8th thing that I recommend to kickstart your health and your life for 2025 is practice gratitude. An attitude of gratitude, I've said this so many times, creates miracles. And not only that, gratitude in action unleashes more things to be given to you to be grateful for. And very important, gratitude is not just saying thank you. Gratitude needs to have an action. So, for example, go out there and smile and speak to someone and make their day and bring them joy. Make a little card and tell someone how much you love them. Ring a friend and tell them how much you love them. If you see someone hungry in the street, go buy them a meal. Especially now it's winter on the East Coast and everywhere else in the USA. So, there's a lot of people that are hungry and are cold. So if we can offer some sort of gratitude in action, and that is helping someone else, God will multiply that and give you a lot more back. And again, gratitude keeps us focused on many blessings in our life, and really awakens us to love, and that's the only thing that's real. And really important that we be grateful for everything that we have. I know a lot of us want a lot of things that we don't have, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Um, it's okay. Keep focusing on the present, like I said before. Keep doing those actions of gratitude. And guess what? God hears your prayers and will direct you as to how to make your dreams come true and to manifest them. Hi, Corrine. How are you? Hi. Thank you. Thank you. So I might as well bring some of these comments coming in. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. And what's number 9? Well, so we're talking about 9 ways to kickstart your health in 2025. And my number 9 recommendation is incorporate one new product in your life that is going to make a huge difference. And it's going to propel and transform your health and wellness. And I have it right here in my gold box. I forgot to take it out. I put it in here, but I didn't take it out. So it's in my gold box. And if people want to know what it is, so this is what this product does, and I've certainly incorporated it in my life, is it detoxes my body daily. It reduces inflammation, and who doesn't need inflammation reduced? Increases glutathione, which is a master antioxidant. You would have to eat so many blueberries and strawberries to get these antioxidants. Activates my stem cells and more. It does a whole host of things. So if that is of interest to you and you would like to consider incorporating this product, in the description I have a contact link where you can email, press it, shoot an email, and I'll get you the information. Or if you're watching it on Facebook, send me a message in Messenger. Okay, and I will let you know what that is. And again, I know a lot of people are going to be watching this video after the live. Please feel free to put in the comments and in the description what other things you're doing. And that way we're all sharing and caring and exchanging ideas and helping one another. Again, so don't forget to share and smash the like button on this video. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat if you happen to be on, and I'm happy to answer them. While that's happening, I wanted to let you know that the next episode I'm going to be covering how to lose 5 pounds quickly, and I'm testing this one, so I will be giving you what has worked for me, because I tell you, I could do with losing 5 pounds, especially over the holiday season. I did put on some weight. And that will be next Tuesday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, come with your questions and I will be answering those. All you need to do is put them in your comments and I will respond. Again, please like, subscribe, and share. This video will be on Rumble, it will be on YouTube, and it will be on Facebook. And I hope you enjoyed your holidays. I'm wishing everybody the very best for 2025. Self-care is the new healthcare, so please adopt some of these things that we discussed in this video. You deserve the best health, and really you deserve the best life. And this is what I'm all about. I'm trying to empower people to have the best health, the best finances, the best everything. So on that note, I wanted to say thank you for watching, whether you're on the live or whether you're watching it afterwards. I love you all. Mahalo to everybody. And I look forward to seeing you all next week, same time, same channels. Mahalo and God bless.